Hello, happy Tuesday. I am 5 minutes late, so forgive me. We're going to talk about the winner's way to wealth. So let me ask you a question. Why are you going to work? Might be a silly question. Is it to make money? If so, you're being controlled by money instead of controlling money. And yes, there is a difference. Look, philosophers have always believed that wealth results from an individual's ability to think rather than being controlled by money and fear. Winners go to work because they want to, not because they have to. There is a difference. Therefore, winners typically choose a field that brings them intrinsic joy, or they have learned to be content in all situations, as Paul tells us. Now, average minded people go to work because they have to, fearing that they won't make ends meet. Maybe you've been here. Typically, they're in jobs they do not enjoy, nor do they ever learn anything more in their career field outside of that first year in that profession. That is what research says. It's just terrifying to me. Now, do you see a difference? Winners are in control of money, and the average minded people are allowing money to control them. It's ironic to me because Americans are the wealthiest population in the world. Wouldn't you agree? We're incredibly blessed, yet we are the most controlled by money. The mindset that the average minded people are being controlled by is called fear of poverty. And this fear makes you believe you never have enough resources. And it's leading you to begin fearing the worst, and you catastrophize about your future. And you might even imagine that you're going to be living on the streets any second now, even though they have a few $1,000s in the bank, or at least can make ends meet for right now. Now, of course, you can't fix your relationship with money or fear of poverty with the same mindset that created it. Champions know this, which is why they upgrade their identity, raising their level of awareness, belief, and trust in the divine. They do things differently. Instead of letting fear and the what if thoughts, which I'm guilty of too sometimes, control them, they rise above spending that bandwidth on learning and studying how the world class creates wealth. Look, the key to building wealth is making money work for you, which by default means you're in control of money instead of vice versa. Now, here's where many average people need help regarding this understanding. Average people believe that formal education is the answer to obtaining wealth. Yet, very few academics are wealthy. Instead of spending days bootstrapping themselves by studying how the world class obtains wealth, ordinary people believe getting more certifications, more degrees will be the answer to their financial problems. Unfortunately, this type of thinking typically leads to more debt, not prosperity. Average people trade time for money. The world class trades money for a time by creating solutions to problems. The world class sees money like oxygen. It's a resource that winners believe their Father in heaven will provide for them. Ordinary people see money in the perspective of scarcity, limiting the divine and what he can do for them. Of course, this leads average people to gossip, minimize, complain, and bully the world class. Their frustration consumes them, stealing more and more of their bandwidth that they could be applying to learning how the world class spends money. However, if they get out of the dust of negativity in the valley of death, the solution to their problems is within arm's reach. And what's with arm's reach, you might ask? It's ideas. So let me put it this way. Poor people, and there's no judgment here, there's no harm or foul. Poor people often waste their energy complaining about the past, dwelling on unfairness, and blaming others for their misfortune. Average people waste their bandwidth gossiping and comparing themselves to others, but winners spend their bandwidth talking about ideas and learning. Do you see how one is a better steward of their mental bandwidth than the other two? And you need to be a good steward of your mental bandwidth. The irony is fear, negativity, bitterness, and rejection, and jealousy and envy are known to limit your potential. Yet so many people willingly participate in such realities. But now the world class understands they're not going to do that. They're going to use their bandwidth for their good. The world class understands that people will bend over backward, giving them grace and accepting imperfections when it helps such people solve a problem. Yet the average-minded individual falls for the scam that it must be perfect before producing any financial gain. I don't know if you've fallen for this. I have. The alluring lie of perfection makes them miss the opportunity to serve as a problem-solving guide through their ideas to the problem the divine desired them to serve, right? We're here to serve people. And those ideas can really serve people, and people will pay for that. They don't care if it's perfect yet. Ultimately, fear and rejection stop average-minded people. Poverty and average-minded thinking will never be fixed through more money. Money is never going to be the answer. It's a mindset problem, not a financial problem. Average-minded people are limited by their limited self-image, which unconsciously tells them they don't belong anywhere but at the average level or below. Science has even proven that you can never rise above your own self-image, nor will you ever make more money than you believe you're worth. At most, you'll make 10% more or less in each direction, but you'll never make more than you believe you're worth. Now, the world class understands that it's all perception. And here's the best part. Perception is something that no one but God can affirm is right or wrong. So let me ask you, are you using money to work for you, or is money controlling you? It's been a pleasure chatting with you guys today. I hope you got some insights. Feel free to comment what you learn. I'd love to read them. I'd love to engage in them. And let me know if there's a certain topic that you're interested in. In the meantime, go and create a great day. I look forward to seeing you on Thursday.